What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be doing Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. Great riff, great for beginners. Things to expect from this video is going to be to work on the ring and pinky exercises because there's a lot of that going on with this riff. And we're going to be also throwing in a little bit of palm mute just to get you a little bit better at that. But you don't have to play like that. I'm going to show it a couple different ways. And one more thing, we're also going to be doing a little bit of power chords at the end right there. So go ahead and grab your guitar. It could be acoustic or electric for this one. And we'll get started. Okay guys, let me show you the first half of the riff we're going to be working with. That's the first half, okay? So, for now, we're going to be using this first finger, fret 2, string 6, always, okay? Third finger is going to be fret 4, 5th string, always. And the pinky is going to be fret 5, 5th string. So when I refer to these, I'm going to refer to them as 2, 2, 4, and 5. Now remember, 6th string, 5th string, 5th string. Okay, it just depends on the fret. So 2, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2. Okay, so now I just said the order of it. It's gonna go 2, 2. Don't worry about your right hand yet. We'll add alternate plucking and stuff like that in a minute. Let's worry about the left. So 2, 2, 4, 2. So far 2, 2, 4, 2. 5, 2 is next. So you got 2, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2. Now that's a stretch, that 5, 2. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then back to 4, 2. So the first half of the riff is 2, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 4, 2. See that? 2, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 4, 2. Go ahead and get that first. Grasp it. Don't worry about which way you're plucking it. Just grasp the left hand. See what's going on there. Now, if you're having trouble with this stretch, with that 5 to 2, instead of stretching out your fingers like this, one thing you can do is just move the whole hand over when you're going to the stretch for the 5. So, see how I just kind of shifted my hand over? Instead of stretching like this. Okay, that's one thing. Also, if your elbow's on your knee, that's going to give you some trouble. So try to pick up that elbow, sit straight. Notice how my posture is. I'm a little tilted over. I think it might be the angle of the camera. Okay, so once again, 2, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2. Things to work on that is going to be with your right hand. You can just pluck these all down. Or you can alternate pluck it. See that? Alternate plucking means down, up, down, up, down, up. That's the first half to get though. And you know, if anything, work it at your pace. If you can't play it that fast, try to string it together smoother and slower. That's the idea for now. Get used to that. Okay, so now let's go to the second half. Everything that we have here, the 2, 4, and 5 flip on what string you're using. The first finger is going to go ahead and go to the 5th string, 2nd fret. You're going to have the pinky, string 6 now, fret 5 still. The ring finger, fret 4, string 6. And we're going to also add this 0 in there on the 6th string open. So we got 5th string, and I'm still going to name them as 2, 5, 4. 0. Okay, so once again, 5th string, 2nd fret, 1st finger, pinky, fret 5, string 6, ring finger, string 6, fret 4, and then open on the 6. Okay, those are the frets we're going to be using. Once again, I'm just going to name them by fret. So now we're going to go. That's your riff. So what are we doing there? 2, 5, 4, 5. We're getting a lot of that pinky and ring finger exercise. So 2, 5, 4, 5. 2 again. 5, 4, 0. So let's practice that first half. 2, 5, 4, 5. 2, 5, 4, 0. That's the second half. Okay, so Remember, if you can't play it like this, play it slow. There's nothing wrong with playing it slow for now. That's the first half I want you to get down for this video before you add any flavor to it, okay? I want you to understand. Put those two parts together. I dropped my pick. So put those parts together and it should all sound like this now. Switching the strings. You could practice with that little separation in between them. Okay, once you get the flow of it, take out that little pause and start picking up speed. In time, you'll catch up. Now, once you get it, you can always turn on the song and try to play along with the song. Rewind it, play along with the song. If you don't get the speed with the song, turn it off, reflect, notice what you're having trouble with. If you're pausing in certain parts, remember, this is a big jump right here from 2 to 5. So that might actually slow you down for a while. So work on that first and then try to worry about speed a little later. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to adding some palm mutes in there now. So this, after you get the basics down with, open plucking, you can add palm mutes in there. Now, I said earlier you can do this down plucking or alternate plucking. Let me show you this way. Has a certain feel when you pluck down on it. And you know what? It feels really good, actually. Okay, so you could do it like that, or you could do it like this with the alternate plucking. Any which way is fine, but the idea is to palm mute that 6th string. How do you palm mute? You take the side of your hand, the right hand. You're going to put it right before you hit that saddle. Right here, you get this nice hum. Now, if you don't know how to find that, you can start by plucking with your hand over here on the 6th string and just move it back until you find that hum. Okay, that's one way to find it. Now, when you do that, you just take the same notes. On the 6th string, it's always palm muted. Now, when you get to that 5th string, you just lift your hand up and pluck that 5th string. You might not even have to pick up that hand and pluck it. You could just make sure you're only touching that 6th string. It's a little harder for me to do it that way, but I like to just pick up my hand a little bit off that string and hit that 5th string. See that? Then you switch to the next riff. Now, 6th string for 5-4 are the palm muted. Or you can even palm mute the 6th string on that last note as well. Okay, it just depends on how you want to do it, the style you want of it. Okay, so those are a couple tips right there. Now let's move on to the last part. We got some power chords to learn here. Power chord is going to be that 1st finger, fret 5, 5th string. You're going to walk it up 2 frets, 1, 2, so this is fret 7, 1 string up, string 4, that goes with the ring finger. Okay, so you're only playing string 5 and 4. Fret 5, fret 7. Then you tick it up 2 frets. Notice I keep that mold of the power chord. Then now I'm on fret 7, string 5, 1st finger. 1 fret, 2 fret up. 1 string up is my ring finger. Fret 9. And there's the last part of it. So you got 5 to 7 with that 1st finger. Okay guys, the last thing to do is put the riff with the bridge. Now the bridge is going to be the power chord part. So, how do you do that? It's going to be half of the riff, which is this, into that. Notice I don't play the other half like this. That's not how to do it. You play only half, and then you jump into that part right there. It's good practice, so you can play it smoother. Slow it down if you need to. Work out that part. Now, once you have that, the very last thing to do is actually play with the song. So you got to figure out how many times is this played with the song. It's going to be either 1.5 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, something with a half, a number with a half. Remember, because you're only playing half of this riff before you jump into. So that's what we got to figure out now. I'm going to leave that to you. Go ahead and leave comments below. Let me know what you think it is. It's a number of 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, whatever. Leave a comment below. And go ahead and look and listen to the song for this. You're going to want to start it over a couple times. Count out the parts with it. Now, I can show it to you, obviously, but I want you to challenge your ear, okay? So go ahead and go and do that. And like I said, leave me a comment below, and we'll talk about it. All right, guys, that is it for this guitar lesson video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. And if you need more help with this song or other songs, if you're a beginner, just starting out or anything like that, shoot me an email at mountainsideguitar.com. I could get you going on some guitar lessons with me, and we could get you where you want to go on that guitar. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next guitar lesson video.